So right now I'm using a watercolor journal that I have from Handbook. It's really freaking sweet. I like it. And I'm basically boxing out the facial features of this guy that I found on Pinterest that seemed really dark and very mysterious, and I just wanted to draw him again. Um, I had previously drawn him in my Chic Sparrow notebook, and I really liked the way it ended up, so I wanted to kind of chisel out his features a little bit more and see where that took me. Because I've been practicing a lot with ink drawings, and I've been wanting to get better at it, a little looser. I don't want to be nitpicky and perfect. I just want it to look kind of painterly, I guess. Right now I'm just adding a few little details, and I move straight into the ink. I think that's the Daler Rowney ink that I'm using, and his eyebrows were really dark, which was awesome. I really like that kind of look that he had going on. So it was kind of easy to map out his eyes because of it. His nose was pretty easy too because it was kind of boxy. So I decided to just do a black background because I thought it would make his face kind of stand out, make it feel like he's coming out of some kind of darkness or something like that. I don't know. Feeling pretty dark here today. I haven't found my drawing mojo in a long time, so yeah. I always have trouble with the pupils and the like sometimes my drawings end up looking like crazy eyes, you know? I have to be careful because sometimes I draw the eyes kind of out of proportion. So I have to kind of measure, go back to basics. Some people can just draw it straight away without drawing the lines to map out the features, but I can't. Little zoom in. I'm just adding some shadows underneath the nose, darkening the other half of his face, and erasing that mark on his forehead and the pencils. I'm so sorry for my head being in the freaking way all the time. I'm sorry. I was doing kind of a dry brush for his beard, and I kind of like that technique. At this point I was kind of lost, and I was like praying to God I wouldn't mess up the lips because I'm a person that's where I mess up. It's the lips and the ears. It always comes out totally wrong, and it messes up my drawing. I'm gonna have to like dedicate a small sketchbook on lips and noses and ears because I am really struggling with that. So I'm adding kind of like the creases in his forehead. Just all over the place, you know. Trying to fill in the empty spaces. And there goes my head again. So like the grays, I just watered down the ink, and it just gives me various tones of grays, which is really nice. on the bottom of the guy's beard, it was really dark, so I was trying to darken the background as much as possible so that his beard would blend into it. Right now I'm just mapping out, kind of blocking the different shapes, trying to like adding the hair, trying to map out where the ear is, and then I messed up, so I kind of blocked it out with hair. It was smooth, you know? There you go. Trying to be a little loose with it. This is like a Winsor & Newton brush. I got this in a lot on eBay, like a brush lot sale. It's kind of a bargain. It's better to buy art supplies in lots because you can get more for the money. Right now I'm just fixing the mouth. Oops, messed up. Fixing the edge. Fixing the beard a little bit, adding more hairs. And now for the next drawing. For this one I picked a girl in her, well, she was in her wedding dress, but I didn't draw the wedding dress. I just drew the side of her face because it was very beautiful and she had that kind of 1950s vibe that I was looking for. I always loved that style. I'm kind of messed up on the eyes, so I had to erase it. Adding the neck. I ended up making her look older than what she actually was. But overall, I kind of liked it. It was very different. And then I'm just gonna go straight into ink. I'm darkening the eyes. That's just the look that I'm going for right now for like these sketches. I want them to look really dark. And I wanted her to kind of blend into his collar. I messed up the nose. That's one of the things that kind of bothers me when I look at this drawing. I just freaking made it worse. Look at that. It's like when you put a wing liner, like when you do your cat eye and you just like mess up on one eye and then you make it a little thicker and then you try to do your other wing eye and you have to match it, so you have to do a thicker one and then you mess up and it's a whole freaking mess. That's exactly what happened here. The thing about this photograph that I had is that it was very light, wasn't a dark photograph. The male figure was already kind of dark and it was a black and white photo. She was in color and she was photographed during the day, so I had to kind of like make my own kind of like shadows, try to figure out where everything went. I mean, it was alright, but I wish I had picked a better photo for it. But overall, I like the way it looks. It looks cool. Ended up looking sweet. At least in my opinion. Yeah, I'm just filling in the background again. Adding the earrings. That's pretty much it. That's all I did. I hope you guys liked the video. Bye.